Hey guys, what's going on? Kevin at Panther Lights here. I've been really wanting to make a video like this for a long time, and this isn't going to be anything flashy. I'm using my iPhone. Eventually we're going to do like the whole full production with the cameras and the editing and stuff. But this is just a real quick impromptu kind of video for the Crown Vic guys, the Lincoln Town Cars, the Grand Marquis, all of which that take the 9007 bulb. I have a real love for this bulb right here, the GTR Lighting Ultra 2s, and I've never been able to sort of demonstrate what they're capable of. Now, understand that what I'm going to show you first is the halogen bulb in a stock headlight, unmolested, fresh out of the box. This has been something I wanted to do, and you're going to see that from this, I have my light meter on the wall here, and I'm going to measure the light in this exact instance. We're going to shut the lights off and turn this on, and you're going to see what the factory halogen measures at in my specific test. Then I'm going to unhook it, hook up the Ultra 2s, kind of show you what's in the box, hook up the Ultra 2s, do the same exact thing. The beam pattern, I got to tell you, right out of the box from the halogen reflector headlights, not great. Anybody who's ever driven a Crown Victoria or really any Panther platform vehicle, with the exception of one, these headlights are horrible. And keep in mind that these LEDs can only do what the housings allow it, but I think you'll appreciate the improvement in intensity while still maintaining, albeit crappy beam pattern. It keeps the same beam pattern that was designed within this headlight. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip it on. And you're going to see, obviously, it turns on, and not going to do too much here, but you can see that the light is directed directly at the sensor there. So let me kill the lights real quick. I'm going to keep the light pointed here. And all I'm going to do is just turn this thing on. It's going to take a second to kind of boot up. And there you go. In that position, I'm showing 343, 342. Kind of measures right at 342, okay? It's not great, but not the worst. But what I want you to sort of do is look at the beam pattern, okay? It's very scattering. There's a lot of sort of glare, which is just the nature of this headlight specifically. But you could see the hot spot right there. It kind of makes this sort of triangular shape. I don't know. It's definitely leaves a lot to be desired, which is why we do a lot of projector retrofits and stuff here, but have to understand that, that's not in the budget for everybody. So that's why I wanted to show you what the Ultra 2s can do. So I'll be right back here in a second and hook up the Ultra 2s and show you what I'm doing. Okay, so what I wanted to do was show you how easy it is to obviously remove your factory halogen bulb, but equally as easy to install the new LEDs. There's one extra step that you have to take that is very simple. A lot of people get afraid of this situation because of the size of the fan and everything else that's sort of built into the LEDs. But rest assured that this is going to be one of the easiest things that I think you're going to end up doing for yourself. So what I'll do is take the halogen bulb out of the headlight, which I'm going to kind of just sit this right here for now. And your normal process as usual, just turn your retainer clip, pull that out, and then just slide the bulb out, okay? And what I want you to do is I'll show you that here in a second. So take the bulb out, which, by the way, I wanted to show you what's in the box and what to expect, okay. So out of the box, what you'll get here, first and foremost, you're fronted with your universal installation instructions. This kind of goes over some of the adjustments and different things that you want to look out for during installation. It's meant to be universal, so just sort of look over it, take what you will from it, and move on, okay? And basically, this is it. You pull out the entire unit, which you see has your 9007 connectors, your built-in inline driver, as well as the bulb itself in all of its glory. This is hands down going to be the best solution in terms of overall intensity without changing the beam pattern too much. So what I wanted to do is kind of show you, you'll make note that the bulbs are high and low beam compatible. And I've seen a lot of horror stories and, about other people buying all of these eBay LEDs and Amazon LEDs and stuff, and always complain about just everything. High beams are trash and everything else. And I can tell you from experience that the high beam is equally as impressive as the low beam. And I will demonstrate that in a different video, but once I get my camera and stuff set up. But basically what I want to show you is you'll see the two sets of LEDs. Your top section, it is forward leaning. That is your high beam. The bottom is your low beam. And basically what you're going to want to do is sort of make note. On the top you see here is this little notch. It's going to line up on the inside of the headlight. And you can see right around, what is that going to be, 11 o'clock here, right at the top left corner. That little notch right there is where this notch is going to want to sit, okay? So basically, because the retainer ring is not going to fit over the back of the bulb because of the fan and everything else included, you're basically going to take this retainer off. You're going to put some pressure on the centerpiece right here, which is going to be the collar, and you just take the fan and turn it counterclockwise and pull it out, and that's it. So you have your collar right here in your hand, and you're going to want that notch to line up with that sort of, what is that, a nipple in there, okay? You just place it in there, line it up, and just kind of put it in there. Take your ring, turn it, which has always proven to be difficult for me. Okay, so now that that's installed, what you're going to want to do is take your bulb, and as I already mentioned, you want that LED to be on the top, the one that's corner leaning forward, okay? And all you're going to do is put it back in the same position that you pulled it out, and then turn it clockwise until it clicks. And that's it. Now that bulb is in there. You're done. Hook it up to your harness, install your headlight, and you're good to go. What I'm going to do is the same exact thing that I did with the halogen bulb. Set it up. I'm going to plug it in, point it at the light meter on the wall. I'll get that set up. I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and I hooked up the cord here to the 9007, which is going to my power supply, and I left it all exactly the same. I have the wire exiting at the 6 o'clock position like I showed you, retainer ring, everything's locked in, and I'm just going to go ahead and power this on. And you'll hear, and you get a little fan noise from my power supply, but there is some fan noise coming out of the back of that bulb. It's going to keep it warm, or keep it cool, I'm sorry. And then basically, again, a little hard to see on the wall here, but you can see, let me kill the lights. Okay. That, to me, is the perfect duplication of the factory beam pattern. This is exactly, I mean, to my eye, at least, throughout this process, that looks almost exactly the same as your factory beam pattern. Is it perfect? Of course not. But is it almost exactly what you had, but, I mean, to my eye, incredibly bright? 100%. So what I want to do is turn this on and show you the increase. Let that boot up. $712. Yeah, $710, $712. I gotta say, the results are pretty obvious here. There's a ton of light on the wall here. It's substantially brighter and has done a very good job at keeping the beam pattern almost as good as it was before. Now, this test is not scientific. Understand that this is as good as it's going to get with a one-man show here, trying to show examples. I have other things in the future that I'm going to do a lot better, a little differently, but just understand that this test is only good in my scenario at the specific time, because that meter is going to read different than anybody else's meter in their tests. So my comparison between the halogen bulbs and the LEDs is only good in this video, okay? I can't tell you enough how much these bulbs mean in terms of overall safety and nighttime visibility, you know, and obviously they look better. I mean, that white color is truly impressive, and the overall intensity is substantially brighter. So if you have any questions, if there's anything I can answer for you, please just hit me up, let me know. Please share this with your Panther friends, because I'm really tired of seeing all these, you know, cheapo, just crap LEDs that are out there. I promise you, these will outperform almost anything that you're going to find on the market today. So check it out. Let me know what you think. Hit me up if you have any questions. Pantherlights.com. Pick up these sets of LEDs. I got some shirts, sweatshirts, a couple other things on there too. If you guys want to support me, that's the best way to do it. I appreciate you, and we will be in touch until next time.